Friday to you.
Good morning.
It is another beautiful day here in Mexico. We are currently at our house, and Christie's going over an old memory, and apparently our lens was different in those days.
Yeah, John there was a video. I
I
don't
was
know.
experimenting.
I wasn't listening to it, but no hood fan or no hood, no cupboard, and the kitchen just looked teeny tiny.
Hello, Jeffrey. Are you free yet?
He
Are
is
you
not.
free? What the hell, man?
But he's shopping.
He's
ready to shop.
There you go. So we just to give you a little bit of an explanation.
That was easy for you to say.
Yeah, we've got a 16 millimeter lens. It's a large aperture lens. I think it's like a 1.4, which goes wide.
For any of you that know what that means.
But that is how we get that bokeh in the back. Bokeh, whatever. It's how you get that area where it's out of focus.
Yeah.
And I think we have, I don't have it at 1.4. It's probably like a 2.2. But if it was, we would be out of focus. Our noses and our mouths and stuff, because it's a very narrow range of focus.
Mm-hmm.
But good morning to Pat and Jim. Hello from Victoria. Hello, Pat. I believe you're in Calgary, right?
Tell us, Pat.
I believe so.
Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Terry. You all settled in your house, your temporary house? Terry is the one whose house burnt down in BC when the fires were going.
And now
they're flooding.
What the hell?
Good morning, Cheryl. Good morning, Marie Haskins. Good morning, everybody. Now, I just want to show this pretty little mug.
It is very pretty. Like, why is it square on the bottom?
That's just how they make them. So
it looks like it's a tile. That's
Gwen and
Leslie.
Gwen and Leanne make pottery. I think it's called Big Bear Studio. Oh, shoot. I was going to check this morning.
Did you buy that last night?
Yes.
That is why it's new.
So
because she needs a coffee cup every day.
Yes. I told you I was going to them specifically to buy a coffee mug. Anyways, they make them. They make them here in Bucerias, and it's a lovely cup. Okay. They are selling at the Art Walk Thursday nights.
All these little fretwork here.
Yeah. Thursday nights they're selling them, and they are.
What did you do on Thursday night?
I went. Well, let me finish. Terry wants me to hold it closer, so let's see if it'll focus. It will in a sec. Just give me a minute. There we go. And I obviously can't spill it over but isn't that the cutest thing?
It looks for our eyes.
It's warm.
It's the camera.
Close your eyes. There you go. Oh yeah, as soon as you did. So that's the mug. And so they sell them here. They are selling them at the Art Walk on Thursday nights. In front of Boracay, there is the real estate office New Home with Araceli, and that is where they are selling.
Cool. So Pat says from good old Prince Albert, Saskatchewan, but can't wait till we come back to PV.
And Jim is Victoria. Are you still flooding? I mean, Vancouver, there's no highways getting to Vancouver. That's nuts.
I saw this map and it said all the roads that are closed.
Yeah.
It's like, holy cow.
It is horrible, you guys. Horrible.
But apparently they're letting people go into the States because they can't get elsewhere. That's interesting to me. Well, you're flooded, so apparently COVID means nothing.
Yeah. So anyways, Terry, yes, she's glad to be in Alberta, and it is a beautiful mug. It is stunning. They have other things. I actually might get them to make me a bowl for the office, and then I can kind of advertise their stuff.
Yeah. Jim says, booked our flights to Mexico May 9th, only 6 seats left, 6 months. OMG, so much water. Yes, water everywhere.
Yes.
And I think you can drink it. So you say water everywhere, none to drink. That was
I'm not sure I would drink flood water.
We watched a video of this flood that was going on in the Philippines in this arcade, like a video where the computer, they're playing games. So the water is almost right up to the seats, and these kids are sitting
They're
on the
hunched
seats.
up on the seat so they can still play their games. And I'm like, that's nuts. That is nuts.
It was
Moms,
disgusting.
dads, get your kids out of that mess.
Yeah, it was funny. But this
And
flood's
it was
going on.
gross
It
water.
was gross
Yeah.
water. And the kids are like, we don't care. We got an Xbox. We're going to play this until we die. So there you go. So I've been doing a bunch of videos this morning, just video emails to folks. Because apparently they're received well, and I haven't done many of them lately. So I think I need to get back into that. And that's going to be the purpose of...
Yeah, absolutely can't drink sewage problems.
He was
mostly joking?
Kidding. Yeah, I do know that in a flood situation, don't drink the water.
Speaking of water, we were at a place the other day. I'm not going to say where, and I'm not going to say, I've never met this person before, but she had been staying out in Sayulita, and everybody in their group was getting sick again.
Oh, yeah. And that was supposed to be over. So they left Sayulita to come here for an additional 10 days because everybody was sick in Sayulita. So that is not good. And we were told that it was fixed, and I really questioned whether it was.
Well, we are leaning towards it probably wasn't.
No. And it sucks. I mean, Sayulita has now become this massive town, which I don't think the infrastructure is built for it. I mean, it's a small town physically.
Yeah.
But lots of people are coming in there. I bit my tongue yesterday, and I've kind of got that weird
is that why
lisp.
You're doing that weird? Yeah, because you look weird.
You
Good
break
morning,
my heart.
Kevin. How
Hello.
are you this morning?
Christie is a lovely girl until you marry her.
So thank goodness only one person has to experience that. So for all the rest of you, I'm awesome.
You get to enjoy her. Not so much.
Oh.
Well, you're kind of mean.
Oh, am I?
You are.
I was just putting all your clothes away in the room and tidying it up.
True.
I am a horrible, horrible wife.
We have so many knives in this house now because we keep buying knives. You keep saying we need them, and I don't know. Are they for me?
Sharp knives.
Sharp knives.
Well, I don't want to hurt you. I want it to go in smooth. Mean women rock. Thanks, Leslie.
It is kind of true. Mean women do rock. So I see you guys are on Facebook. That's interesting.
YouTube, you mean?
Yeah, YouTube.
That's even more interesting. He doesn't know. You guys, half the time, he has no idea.
It's kind of true. So we today have some appointments. We're seeing a Terralta 2.
Yeah.
Which is kind of small for what the market is right now. It'll sell very quickly, just based upon the price. Wow, I turned my head and it did it.
Mama, how are you today?
It went out of focus when I turned my head. So it needs one of our eyes.
It needs our eyeballs.
So you have to look here, Christy.
And I don't know who the other two others are, but they're there. They're watching. They're watching us. Yours says 4, but there's more than 4 people. So someone has left. Oh.
Yeah, no. Hello, Kara from Edmonton.
Good morning, Kira.
So what can we tell these folks today about whatever? I can't show you the water.
I think coffee out of pretty mugs tastes better.
It's a weird though, the tile at the bottom. It just doesn't look
It's
finished.
just a base. It's the base. She had other stuff that it's just the style of this particular one that she does. She's got other ones that have those little corners. It's kind of like she took the bottom of it and it was like a circle or a square, and she rounded the top and then she squared off the bottom, because it's kind of like, if you see, it's kind of like, sorry, I've got a spam call coming. I'm just going to turn off the sound and decline it.
So the thing that I don't like about this cup, though, is that this is going to spill very easily because this is very wide. I was just playing with it.
It's very stable.
It's not very stable.
I just won't let you drink out of it. If I see you drinking out of it, you're in trouble. The other thing is, with my big hands, it is quite comfortable to hold, too. That is a big issue for me, actually.
We have so many cups. So many cups.
We have so many cameras. At least I use my cups.
Christy, every one of my cameras has paid for itself. Period.
So does this, because this makes me happy. I am not going to apologize for buying coffee mugs.
How many?
I love coffee mugs.
And then you give them all away.
Well, then
you're like the great.
The other day, one broke. I replaced the broken one.
Which broke?
One of the like the colored ones, the orange and the.
How did it break?
Well, I got home after gone all day when the housekeeper was here, and it was sitting on the microwave with the handle off.
Oh.
So I'm assuming, and you know what? They're kind of heavy, and that's the thing too. The cups are kind of heavy, and so if you're washing them and they slip, it's a stainless steel sink. It's not very forgiving, and it's deep, so it's a far way to fall. I have, and then that particular one had a few chips on top too, so it was this close to getting chucked anyways, and now the handle broke.
So one of the biggest difference between Mexico and Mexico, and I mean this sincerely, is there's so much tile here that when you drop something, it's gone. Like just as it's falling, say goodbye, it's going to break.
Although I will say, okay, so I'm going to address Terry's comment. She says, it's very beautiful and classy. John doesn't know anything about cups. Thank you, Terry.
And the other thing is that when you're up north, you have a vinyl floor,
laminate,
there's a little
bit of
give, right? Here, you just say goodbye. Whatever it is that falls, it will break.
I will tell you, though. So I'm looking at the stuff, and she put my mug in the bag. And I went to move the bag, and I knocked over a small little dish that's made for a charcuterie board. They make beautiful charcuterie boards. I have one that was given to me as a gift from a friend. And so she had another one there, same paint colors and stuff like that. Well, as I was moving the bag, I knocked over one of the little dishes, and I'm like, before I even looked, I said, Leanne, if it broke, I will buy it. I will pay for it, obviously. Not even a chip, and it fell on the sidewalk. I was very impressed. So likely, mind you, the mug's a lot heavier than the little bowl, but so then I said after that, I'm just going to put this on the floor because I don't want to risk, because we were chatting. And so anyways, yeah, so it didn't break, didn't chip, didn't anything. So that says something about how good the quality is. Now, Leanne did say that there is something in the clay. It's more sand, I think, so it makes it stronger. So they do last long. They don't chip as easy. And I will attest to that. Now, I dropped it from like a table, like one of those plastic tables. So it wasn't a huge space. It wasn't like I was holding it and it fell 5 feet, but it still fell on flat out sidewalk, cement. Anyways, so I saved you some money by not breaking it.
The worst one that we saw was we went to, I think it was like Tile World or one of those places in downtown Vallarta. And they had this beautiful rose, a glass rose in something. As soon as you moved it, it fell and broke. All of a sudden, they're like, you have to pay for that. You have to pay for that.
But it didn't really break.
It didn't.
It didn't break. It just, the rose came off or the stem came off. Well, they were all like that. And it was a setup. They were very aggressive. And actually, we didn't go back for a long time because they made us buy this rose. I don't even know where it is right now. Did I give it to someone or did it actually end up breaking afterwards?
I don't know. I was very pissed off.
Yeah.
And it was a horrible, horrible situation. And they were horrible people. So yeah, we didn't go back for a while.
Yeah, it was a long time till we went back. And then I needed some glasses for a gift. And so they really are. It was the Cristal del Mundo or whatever it is. So they've got the tile one. They've got the tile one. They've got the pewter one. And they've got the glass one. And, they've got beautiful stuff there.
This is where we got these, right?
Yeah, that's where we got those. I don't think there's anything else up there that I bought from them.
We have 2 of these.
Aren't they the cutest?
Cover your eyes.
Then I can't see.
There we go. Now my eyes are up. And there we go. Now
hi, Lori.
It's not following us now. There we go. So yeah, it's made of solid glass.
Yeah, it's actually...
We have 2 of these. And Christie really likes the roosters. Which is funny because...
Don't put it there because it'll fall. Here, give it to me.
When I first got roosters, she didn't like them.
They were noisy.
Those are chickens though, actually. Right?
This is... Well, is it?
I don't know.
Chickens don't have all
thing
this.
At the bottom,
yeah.
So yeah, when we first got the roosters, she didn't like them, and then all of a sudden she's like, "I miss the chickens and roosters and blah 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 blah."
They were just kind of fun. They were fun to have. They were fun to listen to, fun to watch.
When we have our place out in the country, we're gonna have chickens, and we'll just let them live out free range chickens, like they do in our neighborhood.
Well, they did at our house too. I mean, we did feed. If we have animals out there, we have to have someone living out there.
No. With chickens, they can eat whatever. They don't need people to feed them. If you've got like rotting garbage pile or something, remember they have that.
Yeah. The thing I like the most is someone had told us, and I don't remember who it was, told us to tie a head of cabbage on a string.
Oh, that was very fun.
And watch they peck at it, and it's bouncing all around, and they're going nuts. That was fun to watch.
It was like a little piñata for the ducks and chickens.
Yeah.
And they really do like the lettuce, cabbage. It was cabbage.
So yeah, I really like the Mexican glass and the Mexican pottery and stuff like that.
Just not that place necessarily.
Well,
the place normally is good.
It is. You know what? It was just, people have bad days, and obviously maybe she was just having a shitty day, and
okay, maybe.
And so, but they are stern. But you know what? They've got a lot of really breakable. So much stuff must break there. Like, really. Anyways, yeah, and at Tiles del Mundo, I found the sinks I think I want for my bathroom.
They do lots of painting there. So if you want to get a custom sink, that's a place that we would recommend. Is that Tile del Mundo, something like that.
Jolene and Larry have just left Saltillo.
Woot!
They're on their way
Saltillo
here.
tiles.
I know.
We should get them to get like 1,000 square feet of it.
Yeah, because they have so much room in their car.
Charlie's got room.
Charlie has room. So yeah.
Well, yeah, they're on their way. So who's driving and who's flying down? That's a good question. Mm. And if you're driving, are you going the Texas way or the Arizona way or another way? Because in the Texas way, there's a few different ways to get down. But if you have to go through Tamaulipas, that's tough.
Very dangerous.
Yeah.
Karen is wondering if granite and quartz are expensive for worktops in kitchens in Mexico. It seems to be in most, and it is.
It's not expensive here.
No, it is not. It is in most kitchens. It is not expensive. We went with tile because our counters were already so high. If we added another inch, it would have made them too high, I think. Yeah. I don't regret it. The only thing I regret is that little butt head that wrecked one of the tiles. You can't see it in this light, but there's stain here from the spray that he did for the Freon on my air conditioner. And he denies it, whatever he was doing. And he denies it, and I won't have him back. I'm sorry. I mean, it's just own up to your mistakes. It was a mistake. I get it. It was a stupid mistake. You should know that this stuff is going to damage things. You should never pour that kind of stuff or spray that kind of stuff right over top of a tile or a countertop. Like if I had granite and it would have done that to that, I'd have been pissed. This tile, I can technically replace it. And down the road, who knows? Maybe when I do the floors, I'll get them to do that because we have a few more of these tiles, I think. Or no, did we give them to Zach and Chuita and put them in that house?
I don't know. We did a lot to this house. We did a lot. I mean, when I see the original, what it was, because I did the first Matterport when we first got this.
Even 2 years ago, when you look at what this is now compared to what it was then, I mean... So we have a fairly long list of little to-dos. And then we have our whole, probably right after Christmas, we'll start on the pool and the casitas, I'm thinking. After all, because I don't want to be under construction when people are here. And so we shall see, but that's kind of what I would like to do.
I don't know.
You have this dark part of hair here, and all the rest is gray. But you've got a couple dark ones here and a couple here. The rest are all...
It's the remainder of my youth.
Pretty darn white.
Yeah, it's very... white. I hate this getting old crap. Hair growing in weird spots, and It's just so bad.
I will not mention who I was talking to. There was a bunch of us ladies sitting and chatting yesterday, and we were talking about, why don't our spouses or our friends tell us when there's something in our teeth or our tag is sticking out? And then one of the ladies said, you know what's worse? I had this hair coming from my chin and nobody told me. And I'm like, yeah, that's the worst. That is.
Yeah, I don't know why we get this stuff. We start off all so young and so beautiful and so pretty, and our skin is so tight and lovely, and then we get old.
Well, I'm noticing here, I've got this,
Yeah, it's sagging. Yep, I do notice that. You're still
thanks.
beautiful, but I notice it.
I need Botox.
Who gets Botox?
You
You look like the Joker now. I think that's where the Joker character started. It was like kind of making
so too much
fun.
Botox and collagen.
Too much Botox.
I've
and
never
collagen.
done Botox. I've never done it. I have this little thing here, which isn't as bad as it used to be, actually.
Why do women get their butts enlarged?
I don't know. I'm trying to reduce mine.
It's so weird. I mean, it's like, oh, look at my butt. It's so big. I don't get that.
And I will say yesterday, I was out for a little while. I went to a couple of different places on the art walk last night, and I had a few people give me some really nice comments that I haven't seen in a while. I had a dress on yesterday that fit me quite well. It was very slimming, where this is, kind of loose, and the one I wore yesterday was definitely, it was long and it was slim fitting. And I had some really nice people give me some really nice compliments. And I was that just makes you feel good, doesn't it? When someone tells you how good you look, doesn't that make you feel good? I just,
But then you always wonder,
did I look that horrible before?
Yeah, when they don't say anything before, like, did I look that bad? And when your hair was really long,
nobody told me, and
she was so
mad at all of you.
She was angry.
Except for my mom. My mom told me over and over again.
Every one of you. And especially her mother.
No, my mom told me all the time how horrible my hair looked.
Yeah, but she was being honest, and that made you mad.
Actually, when I had bangs and I actually did my hair, it looked good, because my hair, I think I have nice hair. It has a nice wave to it. Wave.
It's a nice wave.
But
your hair.
All I did was wear it up,
because
I just get too hot down here as it is.
Yesterday, they know you were like, "Don't touch me! You're so hot! Don't touch me!" That's my entire life.
Good morning, Sheila, and good morning, Judy. Your mama's here. Say hi.
Hello, Mama. I will call her today. We do have an 11 o'clock.
We have an 11 o'clock and a 1 o'clock.
The 11's in Terralta 2.
Yeah. And then the 1 o'clock is virtual.
If you guys want a Terralta 2, it's going to be priced in the 140, 150 range, and which is a lot for a Terralta 2. But this one has upgrades. It has a rooftop terrace.
Yeah, the kitchen's been upgraded. It has a rooftop terrace, and I believe it has a covered...
Yeah, it has a covered parking lot, like a pergola, or not a pergola, but covered. So that way the sun is not easily get that car. And they do have a vehicle, but I didn't ask them yesterday if the vehicle is foreign plated or if it's Mexican. Did you?
They're staying in Aguas Calientes tonight.
Who?
Jolene and Larry. She just sent me her reservation. Is that so we can join you? I don't think she's watching, though. I think she's driving, but maybe we've been invited to Aguas Calientes tonight. No, we're not going. We're not going. I'm just kidding. I want to go to... Trying to decide now, do I want to go to Guadalajara or Leon?
You said Leon.
But that's another 4 hours drive.
Yeah, but we can get that professional Nespresso.
Well, Liz's parents live there. And I don't know if that guy has responded to Liz. We'll have to ask her.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's worth buying a professional Nespresso.
I think so.
But we don't know how much the pods are. They might be even more expensive than the other ones.
And
then it would be just silly.
Do you know how expensive Nespresso is? It's crazy. Like, what the hell?
It's really not that expensive.
Well, no, but you're paying over $1 a coffee in your house.
No, you're not.
Yeah, you are.
Most of them are like 18 pesos a pod.
So 90 cents. What the hell? So yeah, but then if you put your coffee in its own little pod, the price plummets, and you're not paying Nespresso.
But I can't find one to fit the Nespresso Next that we
Then
have.
we better buy Nespresso shares, because that's the only way we're going to make money off of Nespresso.
For us, for the office, it is the convenience of not having to.
Yeah, but I think we're going to be there for over 3 years. We know that. So we need to make it comfortable for us. So I think we do put in a large kitchen with coffee.
That
and all
was
other
damn
stuff.
good coffee, though. Okay, now I have a bunch of comments, which they weren't showing up. I don't understand why not. So, Cheryl and Gary, good morning. Julie,
Hello,
good
hello.
morning. Mom, the sound is much better when you're at your house compared to the new office. Yes, well,
We have
obviously we have better
microphones.
microphones here at the office. And maybe next time we do it at the office, we can try your little lapel mics that we bought. She says, at least for her, she wonders if others have noticed. And it is definitely because we're just using either his phone or the laptop, so it does make sense.
Here we use what is now it's like 3,000 or 4,000 pesos for this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a regular Blue
we
Yeti.
Use a straight up good, and it's a good microphone. And then my mom said it wasn't horrible, just didn't suit you as well. Oh, thanks, Mom. No, you're right. I mean, when I lived in Canada, for the most part, I fluctuated. Sometimes it was long, sometimes it was short.
Her hair is what we're talking about.
What else would we be talking about?
I have no idea. Oh yeah, she's got the
I have the sludge today.
Yay! Why are we getting sludge in our coffee? Like, even when I look at it, it looks like it overflows.
It does, and I don't know because it's grinding. Maybe I
can
just
you slow
have
it
to,
down?
I might have to turn back the. Maybe I have it on too fine a grind for the coffee. It's the coffee too. This is not good coffee. I mean, this is just cheap Sam stuff. And I'm
on about the comments too. So you said you saw comments that you didn't see. Blah blah blah.
Oh yeah, I read them all.
Oh.
But what was I saying before I commented about the sludge?
I don't know.
Tom did mention how much better the sound was at home. Yeah, and again, it is 100% the microphone,
and also the sound quality in the office. Because here we've got lots of things that absorb it. And
and our office is noisy. Oh, I know what I was talking about. My hair, long. It was long and short, But I had my mom who cut my hair in Canada, and she does a good job. And so when I moved here, I had really short hair, and I could not find a hairdresser that I liked how she cut my hair.
But that's because most of the women had long hair in those days. They really did.
I grew it out, and when I grew it out, I grew it all out. So I had no bangs. It was down to my waist. It was long. I dyed it so it was dark, and then we went on this 6-week road. Well, then I went back to Canada and I got it cut by my friend Peggy. Peggy did it while we lived in Sylvan Lake too. Peggy cut my hair.
Peggy was a great neighbor.
Yeah, Peggy and Tom. And then, so Peggy used to cut my hair too. And then when we moved here, I just couldn't find anybody to cut my hair the way I liked it. And so I grew it out and I let it grow all long. And then I started cutting my bangs again. Then I started cutting my own bangs, which that was fine. I did an okay job with cutting my bangs. I was taught by Peggy how to do it. To make it so they don't go straight across. You take the bangs that you want and you pull them forward and you twist them and then you just cut there and then it'll give you your rounded, which is, I was not one of those straight across bangs person. Anyways, then we went on our 6-week road trip and I said, that's it. I'm cutting my hair. I'm going to go to a hairdresser and worst case scenario, I have to grow it out again after, but she did a good job. I still remember the funniest thing was she's like, well, what do you want me to do with the hair after I cut it? And I said, well, it's so dyed and treated that it's not going to be any good for anything. So you're just going to have to throw it in the garbage. She's like, okay. And then she comes up to me with a box of Kleenex. And I'm like, oh, I don't need a Kleenex. She says, are you sure? I'm like, yeah. She says, are you going to cry when I cut your hair? I'm like, no. See, you don't know me very well. I would never have decided to cut my hair if I thought, I don't know, maybe she thought you were making me cut it. I don't know, but definitely not cried.
When we got Mackenzie's haircut,
I cried when I cut Mackenzie's hair.
She was like 4 or 5, and she would not.
She wouldn't brush it, and she wouldn't let me brush it. And I think she was more than 4 or 5.
Yeah, but so I said, well, here's what's going to happen then. If you don't start taking care of it in 1 month, we're going to chop it off.
We gave her a month. And it was even let me do it. You know, like you don't have to do it, but let me do it. And anyway, she wouldn't do it. So
Peggy cried.
Yeah, my mom was there. She cried.
And Kenzie cried.
It was a bunch of tears.
But that was the last time you had to tell her to take care of her hair.
Yeah. And now she still has gorgeous, thick.
She does. Both the girls.
Yeah.
I mean,
both our daughters have beautiful hair. Actually, all our kids have beautiful hair. Even Spency, when he lets it grow long, it's pretty.
It is cute.
He's
a long hair. All right,
it is time for us to say adios. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I always promise that we'll probably check in, but we're not gonna. We just don't. Although tomorrow I think we're going out to San Pancho.
It's a work day. We have stuff.
Yeah, we are doing a video for a client out there. So have a wonderful weekend, and we will talk to you.